Before we deconstruct the brutal mathematical reality of why the corporate promotion you have been desperately chasing is actually a terminal threat to your survival, I have exactly three critical questions for you to answer in the comments below. Number one, are you currently fighting for a middle management title, completely blind to the fact that you are actively begging to step directly into the crosshairs of an autonomous AI automation sequence? Number two, do you understand the lethal structural difference between maintaining technical sovereignty as an elite executioner and trading your hard skills for fragile, easily replaced illusion of administrative vanity? Number three, if you accept that next promotion and stop you using your tools to merely oversee the data of other, what exactly is protecting your career when the corporation realizes an algorithm can supervise data faster and cheaper than you? Let me know your answer. For those who are new, I'm Dr. HR. I approach the global labor and capital market not with emotional comforting advice but as a cold structural algorithmic system. I hold a PhD in human resources, a master's from prestigious Tata Institute of Social Sciences TISS in Mumbai, and a bachelor's in computer engineering. Operating on the ground here in Dubai since 2010, consulting for tier 1 corporate entities, sovereign wealth funds, and apex tech founders across the Middle East and India, I monitor exactly how global talent acquires maximum leverage and how obsolete ambitions destroy executive value. The market does not reward you for acquiring a bloated legacy title. It rewards absolute, uncompromising proximity to the machine. That promotion you have been chasing is actually a death sentence for your career. While climbing into a middle management feels like progress, you are stepping directly into the kill zone of AI automation. By trading your technical sovereignty for administrative vanity, you are making yourself the easiest target for corporate optimization and inevitable erasure. Before I completely dismantle the illusion of corporate ladder, expose the exact mechanics of how management is being automated into extinction, and give you the precise architectural blueprint to reject a promotion and secure your professional anti-fragility, hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell. I post daily video showing you exactly how to navigate the global labor and capital market using cold, hard engineering logic. You do not want to miss these executions protocols. Stop climbing a broken ladder. Start engineering your defense. Grab a notebook, it is time to audit your ambition. Phase 1. The Contrarian warning, the administrative kill zone. We must first diagnose the exact debilitating psychological trap that has paralyzed the global white-collar workforce. For the last century, the absolute definition of career success was upward mobility. You started as a junior executive, you mastered your craft, and then you were promoted to manager, then director, and finally vice president. The higher you climbed, the further away you moved from the actual work. You stopped writing code. You stopped executing 3-month end-to-end recruitment and onboarding transformations, and you stopped analyzing the raw data. Instead, you started managing the people doing the work. You became a cognitive router. You absorbed the data from your team, packaged it into a status report, and passed it to an executive board. In June 2026, that routing layer has been mathematically classified as pure operational waste. If we apply the hard physics of Lean Six Sigma, value stream mapping, and Kaizen continuous improvement to a modern corporate hierarchy, the middle manager is the ultimate bottleneck. The middle manager is the Muda, which is the waste. Artificial intelligence models do not need a human router to package data. An enterprise LLM connects directly to an applicant tracking system, the ATS, cross-references the pipeline velocity, synthesizes the onboarding bottleneck, and deliver a flawless real-time dashboard directly to the CEO's mobile device. It accomplishes in 1.4 seconds what an HR director takes 3 days to compile. When you fight for that middle management promotion, you're fighting for the right to perform a task that a machine already does for a fraction of a cent. You are voluntarily trading your high-friction, unautomatable technical skill for a role built entirely on low friction, easily automated data oversight. It is a death sentence. By chasing administrative vanity, you are making yourself the easiest target for optimization and inevitable eraser during the next corporate restructuring cycle. Phase 2, the biological cost of an administrative vanity. Why is the temptation so strong? Because the corporation sells the promotions brilliantly. They offer you a 15% salary bump, a new title on your email signature, and the illusion of authority. But we must look at a cognitive economic cost of accepting that offer. When you become a manager, you suffer an immediate loss of skill. Liquidity is the ability to take your professional value and instantly deploy it at another company if your current employer fails. When you are a technical solver, the operators who actively configures the Oracle SCM modules, the architect who built the lead generation pipelines to acquire a real estate buyer in the UAE, or a creative technician grading a raw S3 log footage in a DaVinci Resolve 20, your skills are highly liquid. You own the execution. The global market always pays a premium for a person who can physically press the button and build the moment you accept the title of a director of operations. You stop touching the software. You spend your 9 to 5 sitting in a sterile conference rooms, navigating internal corporate politics, resolving petty HR dispute, and managing spreadsheets. Your skills become hyper-localized. You become an expert in internal politics of one specific company. If you are laid off 24 months later, you enter the labor market with completely atrophied technical abilities. You are no longer a technical expert. You are just another generic manager, competing against a billion other generic managers who are also optimized out of existence. You diluted your specialized utility until there was nothing left for an AI to replace. You traded a temporary ego boost for terminal career fragility. You will find yourself desperately relying on corporate outplacement redirect, begging a broken market to value a title that no longer command respect. Phase 3, the survivalist strategy, proximity to the machine. In the 2026, the only way to survive the cognitive collapse is to stay close to the machine. You must execute the survivalist strategy. Rejecting a high-level management title is not a lack of ambition, it is a calculated, highly aggressive defense against us. Don't let a fancy office distract you from the fact that oversight is being automated into extinction. The sovereign architect understands that the true power is no longer vertical, it is a horizontal and deeply technical. You must become the apex operator who governs the artificial intelligence rather than a manager who supervises the human who are slowly being replaced by it. If you are offered a promotion to manage a team of 12 copywriters or financial analysts, you must recognize the trap. Within 18 months, the team of 12 will be reduced to an autonomous agentic swarm. If your only value was managing those 12 humans, your role mathematically evaporates when they do. Instead of stepping away from a technology to manage people, you must dive deeper into a technology to orchestrate the swarm. You want your hands permanently wired into an execution layer. The closer you are to the raw data, the closer you are to the physical deployment of the code. The closer you are to the actual gritty reality of a corporate value stream, the harder you are to kill. Phase 4, the regional arbitrage, the India-UAE execution grid. We must localize this massive macroeconomic shift to the highest growth, highest volatility economic corridor on the planet, the UAE and the India. This is where the trap of a promotion is destroying careers at a maximum velocity. The Indian GCC middle management purge. India is experiencing a massive evolution in its tech sector. The global capability center, the GCCs, are shifting from basic back office support to a tier 1 global engineering. For 2 decades, the dream of an Indian software engineer was to stop coding by the age of 30 and become a project manager. Today, the Indian IT conglomerates are quietly executing a massive, unprecedented purge of the middle management layer. The project managers who stopped coding 5 years ago are being systematically liquidated. The GCCs do not want an agile coaches and scrum masters. They want staff engineers and principal architects who can personally deploy the LLM infrastructure. If you accept a non-technical management promotion in Bangalore today, you are signing your own termination paper. The Dubai D33 execution reality. The UAE operates under the intense compressed timeline of a Dubai economic agenda of D33. The capital flows are massive, particularly in sovereign tech and luxury real estate. In the Dubai real estate market, the legacy models was to have a charismatic sales director managing 50 brokers who manually dialed cold leads. That model is collapsing. The ultimate leverage in the UAE real estate today is not managing the brokers, it is architecting the digital data scraping and predictive AI funnel that acquires high net worth buyers at scale. If a top tier tech lead in Dubai accepts a promotion of VP to strategy and stops building the actual lead generation architecture, they become a deadweight. The UAE market demands plug and play execution. It demands operators who can step into a room and physically construct the solution. The executives sitting in air-conditioned DIFC offices demanding status report from their subordinate are being violently removed from the payroll to protect corporate margins. Phase 5. The strategic refusal, the pivot to a technical sovereignty. We have diagnosed the administrative kill zone, calculated the biological cost of skill illiquidity, mapped the necessity of a machine proximity, and analyzed the India-UAE reality. The final phase is your immediate execution blueprint. If rejecting a promotion is your only defense against, how do you actually execute that refusal without destroying your relationship with your employer? You must deploy the sovereign pivot protocol. Step 1. The tactical refusal when the C-suite offers you a director title. You do not decline it out of fear, you reframe the refusal as an aggressive commitment to the company's structural integrity. You state, I appreciate the offer for the director of operations roles. However, running a value stream mapping analysis on our current pipeline reveals that our greatest vulnerability is not personal management, it is the latency in our AI deployment architecture. If I move into an administrative role, we lose our core technical I must remain at an execution layer to finalize this integration. Step 2. Negotiate the principal track. You do not accept a stagnant salary just because you rejected the management title. You force the company to create a principal or fellow track. You demand the 15 to 25% salary increase that came with the promotion, but you attach it to a highly specialized individual contributor title. You become a principal architect or a sovereign specialist. You demand the executive compensation without the administrative bloat. You force the corporation to pay you for the depth of your deep expertise, not the width of your oversight. Step 3. Build the studio fortress. You must construct a physical and a digital parameter around your technical sovereignty. You do not sit in an open plan office absorbing the chaotic noise of a middle management. You retreat to your dedicated operational node. You step into your 9-foot by 9-foot acoustic treated digital studio. You isolate your cognitive bandwidth. You deploy your elite Cineline equipment like Sony FX2 camera paired with an amazing lens to document your deep architectural teardown. You edit your structural solutions to a DaVinci Resolve 20, grading your output to an absolute cinematic perfection. You broadcast your technical dominance to an internal stakeholder and the external global market simultaneously. When the CEO sees your high-fidelity breakdown of exactly how your unautomatable expertise is saving the company's million, they will never again ask you to manage a spreadsheet. Phase 6. The architect of survival. Look closely at the corporate hierarchy you are navigating today. Look at the middle manager above you attending back-to-back meetings, exhausted, producing absolute nothing of tangible and cryptographic value. They are living on a borrowed time. They are managing someone else's data, praying the algorithm doesn't notice how redundant their daily workflow has become. Do not envy their title. Do not chase their trap. The 2026 automated economy is completely unforgiving to an administrator. If you dilute your specialized utility to chase a vanity title, you will watch your career get optimized out of existence. Stop managing the decay. Start engineering your defense. Reject the bloated title. Secure your proximity to the machine, pivot to an absolute technical sovereignty, and force the global economy to pay you an uncapped premium for the raw, unautomatable physics of your execution. Process the data, execute the strategy, and I will see you at the top.